Hey guys, TJ just put out a live and she said she was still in the state of Texas and she's in a hotel. So, what was all of that for? That was the performance of a lifetime, saying that she was about to get on a truck and she's going to Tennessee. And I don't understand, but TJ is a little too old for that. Isn't she a little too old to be throwing temper tantrums? Because that's what it looks like, that she's constantly throwing temper tantrums. 40 years old and can't get herself together. But now she's throwing the temper tantrums in the public eye. It's not private amongst her children and Naisha. And TJ, you're not looking good. I'm telling you, girl, this is not a good look for you. Teenagers do this type of thing, not grown folks like you. It's ridiculous. You got out there yesterday and you really performed, crying to Sean Davy Wade that, oh, send me some money. I'm about to leave. I don't care anymore. I'm getting on this truck with this stranger. I'm going to Tennessee. These people said they were going to take me in. All the way in Tennessee. Make another live later on to say that she's still in the state of Texas in a hotel. A hotel with who? A hotel with Jaguar or by yourself? That she did not say. But this is getting old. It's getting lame. Nobody's buying it. But what we do know is that you're a great performer because you've been performing now for the past couple of weeks. And now we see that you're the greatest actress of all times. Give her the Emmy, okay? Give TJ the Emmy. Give her a round of applause. Nobody's going to believe you, girl, going forward because you crying wolf too many times. And when you do really need help, nobody's going to help you because they see that this is just a scam to get Cash App money out of folks. You don't have to go this way. Just put out content. And if people like your content, they're going to donate to your page. That's how this thing works. But you and Jaguar feels as though people owe you something. People are obligated to send you money. Nobody's obligated to send you squat. Put out content that people like I said, and people will willingly give to you. You don't have to beg. This is how it goes on YouTube. If people are entertained, whether you make them laugh or cry or sad or happy, whatever the emotion, and they like it enough, they will send you a donation. So Jaguar wasn't lying. This woman runs out every minute saying she running away, she going away. Yeah, you running away because you're not grown enough to just walk away. What you're doing is running away, running from your problems, running from yourself. And when you get up in the morning, who looking at you? Yourself. So deal with yourself before you come trying to give us your grief and your problems. I'm sick and tired of you, TJ. I really am. I'm sick and tired of you. Now I see why Jaguar is refusing to take you back. I hope she don't take you back because I was saying the reverse 2 days ago, but now I'm looking at Jaguar as being the good guy in this because you're a nut job. You would drive anybody to drink or smoke or worse. You're not a good person to be around. You gotta deal with yourself first before you can share yourself with others because you are a piece of work. For a woman of 40. Let's listen. But it sounds like if there's a lot of noise in the background.
Yeah, I'm not on the truck yet.
So she says no, she's not on the truck yet. But the truck was supposed to be yesterday. Wasn't it supposed to be yesterday she was supposed to get on the truck? So what does she mean she's not on the truck yet? She missed the truck. The truck done left her.
So y'all can hear me. All right. Hi. Y'all can hit some lights. Y'all can be better. Hit the lights as everybody come in.
So I know everybody is saying, oh, she's scamming, she is, which it appears to be. But I also am looking at this from another angle. I know she's trying to get money and she's doing a little bit of scamming and all that. But it's also mental illness. TJ have a mental illness. That's why she's acting this way. Every 2 minutes she's leaving. Oh, I'm getting on a truck with a stranger. Oh, can you send me money? Begging Sean Davy Way to send her money. And the man has told her time and time again, do not call him. And yet she calls him. She don't care if he cusses her. It's mental illness, folks. Apparently, she's suffering from mental illness that is undiagnosed. She needs to go get diagnosed. That's what I'm looking at. That's what I see. And maybe she can get on some type of medication to even her out, because this, what she's doing every minute, she's running, getting on a truck, running, packing her bags, running, going down the road, walking all over the neighborhood. Jaguar says she does this so often she lost count. Over 26 times in the past 2 months, Jaguar says. That's got to be a sign of mental illness when you're 40 years old. Teenagers may run away a couple of times, so this woman, it seems like every couple of days she does this. This is a sign of mental illness. And it stems back from her childhood all the way up to current day, what she went through, what she is going through, everything that went on with her and her mom, her and her addiction, her mom's addiction, Missy, the first love in her life, her addiction, and all the trauma throughout the years. This is how it's manifesting, her running from her problems constantly. Every couple of days, as soon as the pressure is on, she packs her bags and she heads through the door. She needs to sit on a couch with a psychiatrist or psychologist or counselor and just talk it through and just come to some type of resolution and why she's doing the things that she's doing. She says she's been into counseling before, but she needs to go into more counseling sessions because she's not yet healed mentally. And it's a journey. Sometimes it's a lifelong journey. Sometimes, a lot of people think, oh, I'm going to see the counselor or psychiatrist, psychologist a couple of times, and they will say, well, you sounds as though that it sounds as if everything is okay with you now. You don't have to come back for any more sessions. But sometimes people relapse and they're back to square one, and then you got to go into more therapy. TJ needs therapy right now.
Hit the like, please. Like, share. Y'all, some are already commenting. Prayers. Just no negativity today. Balancing. Finding the balance. That's what I am doing. As my title said, what are some of the things your mom could have taught you? I just been sitting and I've been reflecting and thinking about how did I get here? Oh, they backed out on me. So now I have to regroup and replan. So Tennessee, they haven't reached out to me. I thought that was a definite.
So the folks at Tennessee haven't reached out to her as yet. People can promise you the world, but in a clinch, you don't know if they're going to come through. So do not bank on it. That's what she was doing. But it's a good thing she didn't get on the bus. Or hitched a ride with that trucker. Because she would have went all the way down there and found out that the people are not even responding.
The people want to know where you are. I know. Hotel.
Okay, TJ never left. She's in a hotel in Dallas. The question is, though, how did she get the money? Because yesterday she was dead broke, begging SDW for money to get down there to Tennessee. She was desperate. Then she said she met this guy at Walmart who was going to be driving down there in a truck. How did she get the money? That's what I want to know. You guys drop it in the comments. How did TJ come up with this money?
Waiting to see what my next move is. As my friend Rest. I would have loved to go to the farm, but that's what I realized I'm learning on this grid, that people aren't as genuine and trustworthy. I'm starting to feel like you don't have a way for a place to lay your head nor have it. Yep. So, that's what it brought me back. As I reflect this morning, that's what it brought me back to the beginning. We always have to go. We always have to go back to the beginning.
So TJ just said she was reflecting how she got there. Bad choices, obviously. Bad choices. She got to stop and think about what she's doing. She got to regroup, get into a shelter. She can't keep begging people for money. People want favors when you beg, especially these men.
And for me, that's the little girl that you see in the picture. Like, what has led me here? What are some of the things that my mom could have shared with me? And this is her season of her passing. 3 days from now will be the day that we laid her to rest. Please.
TJ and Jaguar got more in common than they think. She said her mom passed 3 days from today. It will be the anniversary of her mom's passing. And this month, a couple of days ago, was Giovanni's passing. So go figure. They got a lot in common.
To AD. My email is THAIR Johnson 1116. Any services, ideas, resources, anything. It's not always about money. I didn't hop on here to address it. You sent me an inbox. All right, I'll check it out. I'm gonna hop on here just for a little bit. My Cash App is in the negative, so for all y'all saying that someone is scamming, my Cash App has been reported, has been in the negative. I don't understand how it's scamming when you ask people to support you. If people genuinely want to support, they'll support. So anyway, I was kind of nervous on getting here. I'm always nervous getting a lot. Yeah, it's been in the negative for 3 days. It was negative $56. People have supported. And now we're down, I'm down to $36 negative. I'll post it on my wall. I don't have anything to hide. Absolutely, I'll post.
So here's my question to TJ. If your Cash App is negative, it's a negative balance. You don't have any money in the bank. The Cash App is connected to your bank card or your bank account. And you don't have any money in the bank. And your Cash App is negative. And you begging a trucker for a lift. And then you change your mind. You're begging Sean Davy Bay and he didn't send you the money. How come you now have money for a hotel room and you don't sound so desperate anymore? Where'd you get the money from, TJ? Where did you get the money from? We know the kids sent you money a couple of days ago, and they're not going to turn around and send you more money because by helping you every time, they put themselves in the lurch. They got bills to pay. By helping you every time, they're back on their bills. They can't catch up with their bills, so they're not going to keep helping you every minute. They sent you money by your own admissions a couple of days ago. I don't think they're going to turn around and send you some more money. So where did you get the money from? Is that me I say? That is what me I ask you. Where you got the money from? Where did you get the money from?
Your mother told you about how to work towards recovery and stop looking at. Actually, let's address that. My mom didn't. She didn't. I mean, if anybody who caught this live the last time I did the live and I was talking about addiction and what she went through and, and all of that, my mom didn't show up for us because she suffered with her own trauma, generation after generation after generation. So as I sit here alone today with this bittersweet feeling of this mourning feeling, but you have that anticipation feeling as well that something great is about to happen. That's where I am. Then I sit and I reflect as I reflect on her. This is her season that she transitioned, and I'm in transformation. If she would have taught me some essential things, would I be sitting here today?
But here's the thing, TJ. You cannot keep blaming your mom. You cannot keep blaming other people. You got to look at yourself in the mirror and start taking accountability for your own actions. Your mom may not have taught you some things, but I'm sure you observed stuff in other families that you could have clinged to and made it a part of your life. But you cling to the negative aspect of life, not the positive. So who is that on? There are people out there whose family members, whether the mom, the dad, have been strung out on drugs, and they went the completely opposite way. Some of them became doctors and lawyers, engineers, and they came from the same type of background as you. It all depends on what you want out of life, how strong you are to withstand the pressures of the streets. The streets don't have nothing to offer, but you seem to gravitate to the streets every time. That's not a fault of Missy or your mother. That's on you. It's how your brain is wired, and you got to rewire your brain now because you've been doing it for so long that you don't know how to get out of that mode. And that's where a counselor will help you to get out of it by reprogramming your brain.
I'm really going to work on not looking in the comments and allowing the comments to deflate me. I'm working on positive energy and just receiving nothing positive because this negative energy
what TJ have got to start doing is stop blaming others. Now she's blaming her mother for not teaching her basic skills. Well, she's got to go back to when she was 17. What happened between her and her mother? Because someone said Missy was her mother's girlfriend. So how did TJ end up with Missy? This is all alleged because I didn't hear it coming out of her own mouth. That is the question.
tear you down. The opinion of others doesn't really matter.
And by the way, that's alleged. Okay? Now, what TJ have got to do is stop blaming others and start looking in the mirror at herself and say, listen, it doesn't matter the start that I got. It's the finish. It's the ending. I have to do it for myself. I can't blame anybody else. She says she's turning 40 on the 21st of September. A lot of people went through what TJ has gone through, the addiction, the not getting properly prepared for life by her mom. And they did not turn out this way. They saw the negative as something to propel them, not to repeat the negative. That's what I mean. You got to stop blaming other people and really look at herself in the mirror and reflect upon her own choices.
Yeah. People say stop blaming. Take accountability. Accountability looks different to everyone else. At the end of the day, the only people who have to see my accountability are the ones that I offended if I choose to amend it.
So that is why I said Jaguar, and TJ are mirror image. Jaguar does not take accountability, and TJ apparently does not either, because she's saying, what do I need to be accountable for? The only people I need to be accountable for are the people that I offend, if I choose to. She's not taking accountability for everything that's going on with her life. Because of her choices, she's where she is today. In a hotel room, still in Dallas, confused as hell, waiting for a miracle to happen.
No one said that I didn't want to hear the truth, but I also have my opinion because this is my life. And like I said, you can tune in and see my journey. I haven't deleted anyone's comments. As you can see, I'm out here winging it on my own. I don't even have any minds. Right. At some point in your life, you have to take for your actions and be better. Absolutely. But in order for me to realize why my behavior keep happening, I have to go back to the beginning. And some of the things that I went through that continue the choices that I made, like starting over. It is brand. That was one of the things I wish my mom would have taught me, honestly. I was sitting here and I was thinking of the list of things. And since, today is WCW, and like I said, I would love to turn my page into some kind of tribal or anything, just for people just to come in and be open and have a dialects with each other. I had a terrible piece of childhood with this boy. Let's say no more. I became the mother I wish I had. Had the family I wish I grown up. To make the change. I know that's good. I'll come from this way. Okay, so I'm going to acknowledge your mojo loving life. Absolutely. I can relate to that. And I did become the mother I wish I had. Because the things that I endure with my mother is, sometimes I don't even want to think about it nor speak it out loud.
Okay, guys, that's all I'm going to play. The tape does go on. She's doing some soul searching. This is the day after she was supposed to get on that truck going to Tennessee, and she didn't get on the truck. Now she's in a motel, holed up there, and waiting for a miracle to happen. Well, I don't know what's going to become of TJ, if she's going to go back to Jaguar or not, but I am glad she did not get on that truck, because that's not a plan. That is not a game plan. So maybe she's better off sitting there in that motel room, pondering where and what she should do next. Now, this is a little sidebar. TJ released a picture of herself and her mother, and I can see how she was spoiled by her grandmother, her mother and father, because she was a cute little girl, I must say. She was a real cute little girl. And I think she is holding on to that. And maybe it's a good thing, and maybe not. Maybe sometimes it's best to let go of what was and see the reality of the situation and how best to change it. Because she's still holding on to when I was a little girl, how spoiled I was and all of that. YouTubers, I'm over and out. Don't forget to hit the like bell, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so as yet, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching.